In today's edition of Decryptage, we are with Cole Davis, who is an entrepreneur and founder of Youth Unplugged, a young entrepreneur who helps other young people to become self-employed after their studies. He talks about the use of artificial intelligence to connect the youth to the marketplace and help some of them create enterprises. Mr. Cole Davis, welcome on Africa 24 English. Mr. Cole, tell us, what are the reasons that push you to start your organization?
I saw a gap in the market where we saw guys in the informal sector as unemployed but not self-employed. Informal sector contributes a significant amount to GDP, as well as they are active economic participants. However, because it's cash money and they cannot be regulated, we don't see them as active contributors. So I started this with unemployed graduates, third-year graduates, who I know is going to add to the unemployment number anyway. So I based myself on a university, used these unemployed graduates to go help a sector where there's so much money, so much work, so much support and development needed, but at this moment, they are not really being redefined in terms of what they're doing.
Practically take us through the whole process of how you help these youths from the moment you spot them out and make them entrepreneurs. How does this happen?
It's actually so basic. We ask them 3 questions. Do you have a skill? Do you have a gift? Or do you have an idea? No money, skill, gift, and idea. I believe everyone on earth was born with one or all of them. Once you have that, you come to our office for a free consultation. We've got third-year interns, some in app development, some in media, some in business analysts, some in IT, sitting around you, and everyone has got the latest AI software. So we are able to provide something to you that you would have paid thousands of rands, plus you would have waited days for in 1 hour. You come there with your skill, with your idea, with your gift, and we show you how we can commercialize that by just putting it into an AI system. Whether it's ChatGPT, Durable, Term AI, Canva AI, there's so many AIs right now. But we use university technology, university ideas, and we bring the world of university of academics into a world of practical. And when they get together, fireworks happen. From there, the person then goes home and we ask the person, are you willing to be mentored and trained by us? No one is allowed to come into our program if you're not willing to be mentored. Why? When the money hits and you don't have a good character, you are not helping the economy either way. So then from there, we put you in mentorship and training, and then we put you into our call center, your product into our call center, where we now give you access to markets. So it's a whole process, but it starts very basic with saying, what skill do you have, what idea do you have, or what gift do you have?
Mr. Cole, so if we are right, you use AI to help them create companies and become self-employed.
I'll give you a practical example. If you take a plumber, if you take a mechanic, and you take someone that's an electrician, all 3 of these people have different skills, right? But however, every plumber needs a mechanic. Every mechanic needs an electrician. What we didn't know is they could actually share customers. The plumber's customers could become the mechanic's customers, which can become the electrician's customers. Same thing in the informal sector. Here's a guy, he's washing cars. Here's a guy cutting hair. Here's someone cleaning shoes. And here's someone just saying, listen, I'm out here and I'm just cleaning something outside. So what we did with them is we say, while someone is cutting your hair, someone can be cleaning your car. As you come out by cleaning your car, have something to eat. While you're sitting cutting your hair, let me wash your shoes. We shared one customer. Why are we competing when we can be completing each other? And I think this is what AI has done, is say, let me connect you with people that's doing the same thing without you having to spend money to do it.
What does an entrepreneur of your caliber go to do at the African Economic Conference? Are there businesses, opportunities inside, or maybe just partnerships?
I think I came here, and it's going to sound weird, my answer. I came for the dialogue. I came for the networking. I did not come for the research papers. I did not come for the speeches. I came for the dialogue. I think the networking here you meet people that you would almost never meet unless it's events or conferences like this. Yeah, I would have access to that CEO, I would have access to the minister, I would have access to a decision maker, which is important for my commercial hub. So the networking has been invaluable for me, amazing. The dialogues, I mean, off the sessions has been amazing. I am a bit concerned that sometimes we do talk shops and we don't move it from there into implementation. So I'm hoping this one does that. But it's been 3 amazing days. I'm just hoping we go from dialogue now to action.
Is this something you got from the African Economic Conference that is going to change your way of doing business? What are your new perspectives?
Yeah, I think some of the things that I got here was innovation. Some of the research papers that was presented inside really showed a different way of doing something that I know, and that was good for me. So there was a lot of young researchers compared to the conference we had in Mauritius before, same IEC conference. I think this one showed a lot more young researchers with a lot of different innovative ideas, which takes me from being extremely effective in what I do, because I could apply some of that innovative ideas in my country.
Mr. Cole, do you have any feedback for the ESPA organizers of the 2024 edition of the African Economic Conference?
Well, I think at conferences like these are where most of your economists, policymakers are. And I think they see it from a very strategic perspective. My biggest concern is always, how did we evaluate last year's conference to this year? Success is in succession. Success is not what you're going to do, it's what I did the last time compared to where I am now. I see the problem for me sometimes is we spend millions on budget, but what did we really do? Did we really talk? Are we ready to implement? And most importantly, how do we monitor and evaluate this conference? A year from now, what would we say we took from it? How did it change lives? How did it impact people? And on a practical way, how did it change someone's basic circumstances? I want to say this to you. The economy is not some big monster. The people are the economy. We are the economy. And the minute I hear an economist talk about the economy like it's some magical thing, I'm like, that's not what the economy is. The minute you leave people out of the economy, you can release the best papers, you can have the best policies, you can speak into all the right areas, but the people are still suffering. So for me, a message to them is, don't forget that the people are the economy. That's a very important part.
Any special message to a young African person who is trying to venture into entrepreneurship despite all the hardships?
Yeah. Well, I would tell a young person, start. Listen, if the idea is still little crooked, you don't know what's going to happen, register the business. Start by getting the vision out there. Start going to these kind of events and connect with people. Don't compare what your others are doing to what you should be doing. Run your own lane. You know, one thing about big brands is when they run their own lane, they are not concerned about what the competition is doing. But the most important part is start. You know, it's either you're going to be the one or you just be another one that says one day. On the calendar, there's no such thing as one day. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's not one day. So start today. Make a plan. Write down the vision. Sell it to your family. You know, start small. I believe there's a lot of young African entrepreneurs with good ideas, but they don't have the airport to take it off with. So start with something. Listen, this is going to sound crazy, but the first time it might not work. It's like going onto a mountain and hoping your parachute will open. Let me give you the sad news. The first time, your parachute is not going to open. You're going to fall, you're going to have scratches, but go back up again. Jump again. Listen, unless you start jumping, you will never see the world from a different perspective. And I believe we as young people, right now, you should be thinking global and acting local. But you can only do it if you go up there and jump. That's my message for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was your program Decryptage, brought to you by the entire editorial team. Stay tuned for more information on Africa 24 English.